Hi, Lee Academy friends. Welcome back to a new school year. It's great to see lots of old friends, and it's so good to see lots of new faces out there. My name's Miss Jen, and I'm going to be sharing some social emotional learning lessons with you. And what social emotional learning is basically helping us to understand our feelings, what makes us have feelings, and maybe some tools and some strategies that we can use to help our bodies feel calmer when we're upset or to help us feel a little better when we're sad. Um, and we're also going to think a little bit about ways that we can be good friends. We're going to do lots and lots of things together. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I had to practice this a lot of times, and I finally got it. Um, Now I just need to present my slideshow. Here we go. So we are going to start with a feelings check-in. What I want you to do is think about how you're feeling right now. Think about how your body's feeling, maybe what your brain is thinking. And if you need some hints, here is a poster that I actually have in my office with lots of different feelings on it. So I have a lot of feelings today. I'm feeling happy and also excited to be back. A little bit tired because I'm still staying up too late and then I don't want to get up in the morning. Also, a little bit nervous about all of the new things that we've got to do. We have new people to meet. Having school on the computer still feels a little bit different, but I think I'm getting used to it. So I've got lots of feelings, and I would love to know how you're feeling. Maybe you can go and tell someone in your house how you're feeling and maybe tell them why. Okay. Are you sad because your favorite toy broke? Are you feeling jealous because your baby brother maybe got a better snack? There are lots of different ways you might be feeling. You might be happy and excited to be back at school too. Oops, we just did that. I got to go to the next slide. There we go. So now let's think about our hopes and dreams for our new school year. What are you hoping will happen this year? And what are you looking forward to? I am really hoping that we get ourselves back in the building all together so that we can see each other and do lots of the things that we used to do. And I know that'll happen sometime, maybe not right away, but it'll happen sometime. So that is my biggest hope. And I'm really looking forward to meeting lots of new people. We have some new teachers in the building, lots of new students. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What about you? Are you looking forward to anything this year? What about fears and worries? Is there anything that you're feeling anxious or nervous about? Maybe anything that doesn't quite feel so good? Anything that's making you feel uncomfortable or scared? And when you have those kinds of feelings that maybe don't feel so great, what can you do? So we've been talking a lot about COVID-19. We've been talking about it for a while. And I still feel a little bit worried that maybe I might get sick or someone that I know will get sick. So, do you know what I'm doing? Is I'm making sure that I always wear my mask and wash my hands and do all of those things that we know help to keep us healthy. Um, and I'm also a little bit worried sometimes about maybe making mistakes on Zoom, like when I push the wrong button to share my screen or when I accidentally leave the meeting or my Wi-Fi is not working. So when that happens, I usually try to just take some deep breaths or maybe just walk it off really quickly. And you know what makes it so much better? People really understand that we're going to have problems with Zoom and problems with the computers. And that makes it a lot easier that people just understand. So we're going to end with a quick mindfulness moment. And we know that mindfulness helps settle that part of our brain that makes us feel big feelings, right? It helps the amygdala calm down. The amygdala is the part of the brain that's way in the middle, like in here. And the amygdala is what controls those feelings like anger and fear and sadness. And those feelings are really important, but sometimes they just get too big. And the frontal lobe that's over here under your forehead, the frontal lobe can't do its job of thinking and planning. So mindfulness moments help us to quiet down the amygdala so that the frontal lobe can think and help us come up with a plan. So let's do a quick mindfulness moment before we end today.
This exercise will teach you how to gain control of your stressful energy when it gets too high to handle. Close your eyes, listen, and follow along. Or keep your eyes open and follow along that way. It's up to you. Sit tall. You can be on the ground with your legs crossed, or in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Now imagine that you can look up and see the sky. And up in the sky, way up in the sky, is a balloon. If you'd like, you can choose a color for your balloon. Keep the picture of the balloon in your mind. The balloon's string reaches all the way down to your hands. Hold on to the string. Imagine that you can feel the pull of that big balloon. Imagine that the wind pushes it from side to side. Or imagine that the wind actually tries to pull the balloon higher into the sky. Maybe you can feel the gentle tugging of the string in your hands. Now try to bring your balloon down. Be careful to go slowly. You don't want the fragile string to break from pulling too hard or too quickly. Take your time. Imagine that you can gently pull the string, hand over hand. The string collects in a pile at your feet. Hand over hand, pull after gentle pull. The balloon appears to come closer. It might even become easier to bring it down in your mind as it gets closer to you. Keep bringing it down, closer and closer. Some other strings might be longer or shorter than yours, and that's okay. Just bring it down at your speed. Focus on your balloon. Keep bringing it down. Your colorful balloon may now be within your reach. Pretend that you do not need to use the string anymore. You can actually hold the balloon between your hands. Notice if you can feel the balloon in your hands. Be gentle. Imagine that with your next out-breath, you can open your hands and release your balloon. Let it go. Notice in your mind where it goes. It could be different for everyone. Just remain still for a few more moments and watch your balloon drift away.
Relax, think positive, and click here for more mindfulness exercises on GoNoodle.com.
Boy, that made me feel really relaxed. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I want to say thank you for joining me. And I can't wait to see you all again soon.